Hello guys and welcome to another Tokyo Revengers video. And in this video, I will be talking about the newest episode of Tokyo Revengers. And this video will be an anime review for episode 36 of Tokyo Revengers, and this is the 12th episode of the second season. And this episode covers chapters 120, 121, 124, and 125 of the Tokyo Revengers manga. And this episode introduces us to one of the most important characters in Tokyo Revengers, and this character will play a major role in the next season, and he will also be the main antagonist of this upcoming arc. And this episode skips chapter 123, and this means that we won't get to see the backstory of Emma until the next season. And this chapter that was skipped also would have shown us the backstory of Shinichiro and Mikey. And if they included this chapter, then it would have also shown us the story of how Emma started living at the Sano household. And in this video series, I will also be comparing the anime to the manga, and I will analyze these episodes to see if there were any scenes that were removed from the source material. And in this episode we will get to see the beginning of the Tenjuku arc, and this episode serves as the very first episode of this new arc. And this episode basically just serves to set up Tenjuku gang, and this gang will be the main antagonist of this arc. And there were many crazy reveals that happened in this chapter, and we also got to see the leader of Tenjuku gang for the very first time, and many fans were happy about the fact that we got to see Azana for the very first time. And in this episode the anime added a very awesome scene that was never in the manga, and this scene showed us every single executive of Tenjuku gang, and this added scene did a great job of foreshadowing the introduction of all of these new characters. Anyway guys, before I get into this video guys, please like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more Tokyo Revengers videos. So let's get into the video now. So this episode starts off by showing us chapter 120, and we see that Takemichi just time traveled back to the past, and we see that Chifuyu started walking towards Takemichi. And Chifuyu saw that Takemichi was punching a tire, and Chifuyu asked him what he is doing, and he also called him a moron. And Takemichi told Chifuyu that he is busy, and he also said that he doesn't have time to play around. And then Chifuyu just asked him why he has an attitude. And Takemichi said that he is training so that he can become strong enough to change the future. And the Takemichi started telling Chifuyu about everything that happened in the future. And then Chifuyu asked Takemichi to see his hands, and after seeing his busted knuckles, Chifuyu couldn't believe that Takemichi has been punching that tire for a whole entire day. And while he was punching the tire, we saw that Takemichi started breaking down into tears, and in this moment he was very stressed out. And then Chifuyu threw Takemichi down to the ground, and Chifuyu told him to stop. And in this moment Takemichi started crying, and he said that he can't think of any way to save everyone in the future. And he also said that Mikey died in his arms. And Chifuyu told Takemichi that it sounds like a very horrible future, and Chifuyu also said that to be honest he is happy. And then Chifuyu said that the reason why he is happy is because he got to see Takemichi again. And in this scene we saw that Chifuyu told Takemichi to remember that they thought that they would never get to see each other ever again, and while he was saying this he had a smile on his face. And Takemichi reacted to this by having a surprised reaction. And in this moment Takemichi started crying. And then Chifuyu said that he knows what he has to do, and he also said that he is going to beat up Mikey. And then Chifuyu smiled at Takemichi, and Chifuyu said that they are the only people who would be willing to fight against Mikey. Anyway guys, this is where chapter 120 ends, and chapter 121 begins with showing us that Takemichi said thank you to Chifuyu. And Takemichi also told Chifuyu that in the future timeline, Mikey told him that his life was nothing but pain. And then Takemichi said that Mikey is his friend. And Takemichi also said that he wants to be a good friend for Mikey to lean on. And then Takemichi declared that he won't go back to the future until he is the leader of Toman. And then Chifuyu and Takemichi both started to stand up, and in this moment Takemichi said that this will be their revenge, and while he was saying this we saw that he had a very determined look on his face. And then Takemichi told Chifuyu that they will do this. And in the next part of this chapter Takemichi and Chifuyu are both taking a bath, and Takemichi said that his hands really sting. And Chifuyu told Takemichi that taking on Mikey won't solve anything. And then Chifuyu asked Takemichi about why Mikey changed so much. And Takemichi said that the biggest change was that Kisaki got kicked out of Toman. And then Chifuyu asked Takemichi if Mikey needs Kisaki. And Takemichi said that in the previous timeline, Kisaki was Toman's darkness, and Takemichi also said that Kisaki leaving might be one of the reasons why Mikey changed so much. Anyway guys, the next part of this chapter switches to the city of Yokohama, and we see a view of the city. And then the scene switches to showing us that someone is sitting on top of a skyscraper, and this person is also wearing a red gang uniform. And this person also said that the air pressure is very heavy. And then he said that on a day where it feels like something is going to happen, this is the day that Kisaki came looking for him. And then in the next scene the episode switches to showing us Kisaki and Hanma, and in this moment we see that they are standing on top of the skyscraper. And then this new character just asked Kisaki if he knows about what he wants to say. And then he said that they have air turbulence. And in this scene the anime made a very horrible change to the manga, and the reason why I say this is because in the manga we got to see the whole entire face of Izana, however the anime decided to only show us his chin. And I thought that this was a really cool manga panel, so it makes me sad that the anime made this horrible adaptation. And in this moment Izana just asked Kisaki about the reason why he decided to join them. And in this moment Kisaki just said that he wants to take revenge in his own way, and in this scene we saw that he had a very determined look on his face. And then in the next scene we see that Izana started to turn around to face Kisaki, and in this scene the episode is showing us the true identity of this character, and we see that his name is Izana Kurokawa, and we also see that he is the president of Tenjuku Gang. Anyway guys, this is where chapter 121 ends, and chapter 124 begins by showing us that the Mizo Middle School 5 members just bumped into some delinquents, however after they told them that they are members of Toman the delinquents started running away. And in this next scene someone asked them if they are part of the Tokyo Manji Gang. And then the anime added a scene that was never in the manga, and in this scene the Tenjuku members are walking up to the Mizo Middle School 5 members. And then the next scene shows us that Chifuyu is at Takemichi's house. And then in the next scene they went to the train station, and after arriving at the train station they saw that Makoto and Yamagishi are both very beaten up. And then in the next scene we see that a bunch of gang members started walking off of the train. And then the gang members started confronting Takemichi, and they asked him if he is a delinquent. And then we see that one of the gang members started asking Akin if Takemichi is a gang member. And in this moment we see that Takemichi suddenly noticed his friend, and after seeing his reaction the gang members told Takemichi that he is going to be the 5th Toman victim. However in the next scene Chifuyu suddenly appeared out of nowhere, and Chifuyu kicked the gang members in the face with a flying kick. And then Chifuyu told everyone to run away. And we see that Takemichi gave Akin a piggyback ride, and then he started running away. And we see that all of the gang members started chasing after Takemichi. And in this scene the anime added an extra fight scene that was never in the manga, and in this fight scene Chifuyu just knocked out 3 gang members. And then in the next scene we suddenly see that a gang member knocked out Chifuyu by punching him in the face with a very powerful punch. And then this new gang member just said that they are going to slaughter the Tokyo Manji Gang. And in this scene the anime added an introduction card that was never in the manga, and this introduction card tells us that this person is Kanji Machizuki, and it also tells us that he is a part of the Big Four. Anyway guys, this is where chapter 124 ends, and chapter 125 begins with showing us that Takemichi is still running away from the gang members. However with the help of Yamagishi and Makoto, Takemichi was able to escape into a building. And then all of the gang members started trying to break into the building. And Makoto told Takemichi that Akin acted as a decoy so that all of them could escape. And Akin said that he heard that 300 Tenjuku members came to Tokyo today, and after hearing this information Takemichi immediately realized that Chifuyu is in danger. And then Takemichi told the Mizo Middle School members to go to a Toman hideout, and then Takemichi started running away. And in this moment Takemichi was very worried about Chifuyu. However out of nowhere a gang member suddenly appeared in front of Takemichi, and this gang member choke-slammed Takemichi with a very powerful attack, and this attack sent him flying down to the ground. And then the gang members started jumping Takemichi, and in this scene they were all stomping on him. However in the next scene Akin suddenly came out of nowhere, and then he saved Takemichi by kicking one of the gang members in the face. And in this moment the Mizo Middle School 5 members suddenly arrived on the scene, and they told Takemichi that they will help him save Chifuyu, and they also said that they are a part of Toman too. And Akin said that they won't abandon their friends. And then the next scene switches to some time later, and we see that Takemichi's group has been fighting against the gang members, and they all look like they are very tired, and they are also very beaten up. And then the Tenjuku members said that it is all over for them. And in this scene Takemichi was wondering to himself about who the hell these gang members are, and he also said that he has never heard of them before. And then we see that someone suddenly started walking towards Takemichi, and all of the gang members were clearing a path for this person. And then this person asked Takemichi if he has no idea what is going on here, and in this moment we saw that Takemichi was very surprised. And in this scene we can tell from the back of the uniform that this person is Teta Kisaki. And Takemichi just said Kisaki's name, and in this moment they were both staring at each other. And then Kisaki started talking to Takemichi, and Kisaki just said, "Hey there, hero." And in this scene Takemichi is on his knees, and we see that Kisaki is just standing in front of Takemichi. And then Kisaki started speaking to Takemichi, and he said that from this day onward, he will let the Kanto uprising begin. And we saw that Takemichi reacted to this by having a very surprised reaction, and in this moment he suddenly realized that this person is Kisaki. Anyway guys, this is where chapter 125 ends, and this is the end of this video. Anyway guys, if you guys enjoyed this video, and want to see more like it, then like, comment, and subscribe. And thank you for watching.